And welcome to another poorly dressed and poorly tuned demo. This is a Rickenbacker 4003 S5, which means it's a 4003 S with 5 strings. S is, there's no binding on this or anything, they're a bit more simple. And what they did with these particular ones is they made the nut a little wider and the headstock a little longer and stuck a different bridge on it to enable to put the B string on. Now, I guess they were following a fashion that when they brought these out in the late 80s, that 5-string basses were getting a bit fashionable, and they wanted to make one for Rickenbacker fans, and they certainly achieved that well. Down here, it is very comfortable to play. Again, the neck is typical of the early 90s ones, which is where this one comes from. Very, very comfortable, kind of parallel all the way up. Up here, for some players, they're going to find it a bit cramped. If you're a plectrum player, it doesn't take too much getting used to. If you're fingerstyle play, you're going to have to work a bit harder to. Once you get the hang of it, they play like butter. I'm a plectrum player typically. Now, people want to know what the B string sounds like. Now, I'm going to play that using the neck pickup. This one's got a hot toaster, the overwound one, and so that means you can cook crumpets. No, it means it's just got a lot more mid-range. Right, the B string sounds something. Well, here's the other strings. Here's the B. It's not going to come through so well on the webcam, but it's even compared to the others. Both pickups on. Typical Rickenbacker clank. And the treble pickup is a bit mellower than I expected, but it's nice. Now, the other unusual thing was it's a typical Rickenbacker track, but if you play high up on the neck, even on this B string, it's still got some clarity, and you can. And the tone still hangs in there, so that they are terrific in that sense. Many other 5 strings, once you're sort of getting up here somewhere, it just turns into a pool of mud. Now, they're not a particularly common instrument. They're not impossible to find. And if you just have to wait long enough, and one will turn up. Shouldn't expect to pay too much more than your standard Rickenbacker. They're not common, but that doesn't mean that everyone wants one. So just keep looking and you'll find one if you're after one. Things to remember, most of them have black hardware, and that means some of them had some trouble with the bridge, the tailpiece actually bending up here. This one did. Don't panic, it's repairable, and then once you've repaired it, it's preventable, so you can stop it from happening again. This one's good as gold now. The other thing to look for in these, you might see some that have got sort of lines where the body wings join onto the neck, and you can see where there's some separation happening. If the person selling it to you says, "Don't worry, it's good and stable," they're talking through their hat, because it means that the neck is trying to sort of do a swan dive into the pickup cavity. It's repairable too, but it'll cost you an awful lot of money. So if you find one like that, the value should be considerably lower. Now, I'll just play a little bit more. Bear in mind my 5-string playing is pretty ordinary.